there's usually this stigma when you talk about issues that you're facing as a man. So most of the time you feel like you're better off just dealing with your own issues by your own self.
I believe men are reluctant to talk about their mental health and issues stemming from them themselves, and also because society itself is reluctant to listen to men speaking about their mental health issues. I believe many men are wired from the days they were born, especially this being an African context. We're talking about Kenyan context, traditional African communities context. And many were wired from birth that as a man you need to be strong, as a man you need not to cry, as a man you need to portray this certain kind of picture. And so I believe such kind of wiring, I dare call it ingraining, that kind of ingrainment upon many men makes it very reluctant for them to talk about their mental health, sorry. And also society in itself is very reluctant to listen to men talking about their mental health. So yeah.
I feel men are tumeko kwa space fulani yenye society dictates that lazima a man should be a man, like the brave lionish type of scenario in quotes dictates that a man should be composed like nothing is going wrong, but things are going down, bana. Yeah.
I can say just like the society like has put a lot of pressure to us men that if you open up like you're weak ama ukiongea na msee like utampea siri zako, so like unaona tu heri kufe tu na shida zako kuliko uongee na msee asikujaa jamaa asione yenyewe jamaa anakuwaga weak. Yeah, so I can say like ni pressure tu ya wasee na ile tu ego ya wanaume like kufe tu na story yako wewe peke yako. Yeah.
There's this thought that men should be strong and they shouldn't be weak, so they are required to deal with their own issues, not projecting them to everyone else to help them with their issues.
I believe society's expectations would pretty much relate to a lot of people approval. And you would be shocked that psychological statistics can prove that men are very vulnerable to people approval. Men are very vulnerable to what society would define them as, and especially fellow men. So I believe society from, as I was saying earlier, from birth, there's this entire perception of what an ideal man should look like. And so I believe many men from the day they were born, they're taught how to be a man. You're not taught how to be human. You're taught how to be a man. So I believe these society expectations are the ideal man should there's a certain should I call it a caliber. There's a certain caliber of masculinity. An ideal man should have certain possessions, such kind of definitions that are very shallow, very minimal, very you'll go through life and you'll come to realize such things are never as important. I think such kind of issues really box a man into being into a certain cage. So yeah.
A lot. Hey, acha kwanza ni washow. You see, society expectation of masculinity makes men hide their emotions. Most of men hide their emotions, especially unaendanga like to a burial. Let's say, majorly in burials, I see this. When atakama it's your dad who's passed or someone close to you, as a man, you're not supposed to cry because society perceives you as a man.
I can say that watu wengi sasa kuogopa kuopen up unapata like una carry a lot of things in your head. Unapata like ina get to your head, unakuwa depressed, unapata wasado na commit suicide, like wasa yuko okay mentally but mbele watu na behave ako okay but deep down he's not okay. Yeah.
I think as you grow, you're going to face different issues at different stages of life. So at a younger age, you'll face different issues compared to as an adult, and they usually vary. So, for example, at a younger age, maybe you might face issues with socialization and stuff, and as you grow up, maybe finances might become a bigger issue.
So in psychology, there's a section that talks about developmental psychology, which talks about how as human being and of course as men, your mental health issues gradually elapse from childhood to old age. So I would say at youth, many men, the kind of mental health issues would be going through would mainly be largely on peer pressure, such kind of issues. Then as you approach adulthood, I believe this is one of the hardest stages of a man, between the ages of 22 to 29, because this is really where you're trying to settle. I'm talking about settling financially, career-wise. I'm talking about settling in terms of marriage. This is pretty much where you're laying the foundation for your life. So between the ages of 22 to 29, you might experience a lot of psychosocial issues. And of course, as you proceed to old age, there's still a variety of mental health issues that men in their old age go through, be it divorce, be it custody rights, be it still the issue of wealth generation and money and finances goes on up until old age. So I would say each and every issue continues to build up from youth all the way to old age.
I can say this, tukiwa wadogo, our emotions were taken care of, then everything was kind of just okay, unaona, like niende niambie mtu nampenda as a child itakaa kitu normal. Sasa niko miaka kadhaa, nikiambia mtu nampenda kwanza lazima nijifikirie mara 3 ndani, alafu ndio nianze kufikiria hivyo. But pia as we progress, the day and age sasa yenye tuko, vitu zina change because we're in June, a mental health awareness month. So getting to a point where we have a full month dedicated to mental health of man is a great step.
The more una grow up like adulting, una realize vile ulikuwa unaambia ukiwa mtoto like life itakuwa soft life. The more una grow up ndio the more una realize life inaendelea kuwa hard. So the more una grow up ndio the more unapata a lot of things, unapata a lot of responsibilities. So unapata tu kuna a lot of stress, ndio economy iko mbaya, like adulting tu ni messed up. So unapata hadi economy ikiwa messed up, pia mental health yako unapata tu pia iko messed up.
Yeah, actually, I have.
I would say I didn't avoid, rather I delayed. Eventually I did seek help, but I did delay seeking help as a result of people's expectations and people's approval.
Yeah, true. Hey, karibu kila. There are times inafikanga unaona, yeah, I need help. Unaona? Hata kama ni financial help ama anything. Unaangalia around the people who can help you, perceive you as wendo kona do. Then you end up suffering. Huku nje ni kubaya.
A lot of times. Yeah, but there are a few friends wenye naongeanga nao, at least wana come through once in a while. Hata kama hawezi kusaidia, wanakujaribu tu kukupea solution. Na ukiongea nao at least una feel ni watu una trust. So ukishare hiyo problem unapata at least hata kama utapata solution, una feel tu wenyewe umepata relief tu kidogo, yeah. So una feel, but si wote, ni wale tu kiasi tu, like a few people wenye unaweza ongea tu na like your close friends. Yeah.
I think people should understand that also men are human beings, and just like everyone else, they have their own issues that they deal with on a day-to-day basis. So I don't think they need to be judged, and whenever they seek for help, they should actually get it. They should not be stigmatized.
I wish for many people to be literate. I believe many, especially Africans and Kenyans, sorry to say this, but I believe many Africans are very illiterate about matters mental health, matters psychology, matters psychiatry. A person can be having a genuine psychological disorder, maybe a personality disorder, like narcissism. And you'll hear people saying the person is possessed by evil spirits, you know? You'll hear people, aende kanisa, apewe mikono. So I'd wish many people to just be literate, many people to actually gain knowledge and skill. I believe there's a verse in the Bible, Hosea 4:6, that says, my people perish as a result of lack of knowledge. So I'd really just pray for people to gain knowledge and skill on these issues. Yeah.
Men are delicate. Hey, guy. Men are delicate by the way. Men are not always strong. There are times men break down. You've seen it a lot. Before someone gets to a point of committing suicide, you see, I hear families that the husband has killed the whole family. and I wonder before afike hiyo point near the people around them never notice that something is wrong and they need help. So yeah, check up on your male friends, mnunulie hata ice cream leo, atafurahia.
Nafaa understand that not everybody who is laughing ama mwenye ana smile like ako sawa. Unaweza pata msema like wanasemanga the most loudest person in the room ndio mwenye akona a lot of things going through, so ni vizuri ku understand like mtu akiwa happy like mnacheka na msee, mna hang out, ni vizuri tu kumuulizanga once in a while like are you okay, like are you doing okay mentally, like msiko mnacheka cheka tu kila saa. Saa zingine ulizangeni tu hivyo tu once in a while, ni vizuri mkicatch up na friends, mkiwa tu na your loved ones, ulizaneni uko poa mentally, na akisema uko poa bado insist tu. Unajua watu wanasemanga niko poa na yuko poa, so insist, yeah, itakuwa sawa.
I'll just tell myself to not stress too much about everything, and whenever I needed help, whenever I need help, it will be just fine to talk to someone.
Looking back, I'd actually tell my younger self to breathe, like chill. I believe my younger self spent a lot of issues worrying about the future. And now when I look back, 95% of the things I worried about didn't even happen. And like, man, we're in the future right now, man. So I'd tell my younger self, like, breathe, chill. Like, it's not that deep. So breathe, yeah.
On mental health, I'll tell myself, relax, be patient with it, give it time. No. We have this pressure, but at a certain age we have to have made it. Like lazima ukuwe na vitu zako za maana. Unaona? Kama nimepewa pressure ati nikifika miaka 27 nioe, but mimi So take time, take time pia, relax, nini inaitangoje, what is this called, internalize ama think about yourself first, love yourself. Yeah, love yourself.
Talk to people. Kila mtu akona shida, hakuna mtu mwenye ana shida hii dunia, so the more unaongea na watu usione kama mtu anaweza kujudge. Maybe mtu anafikiria hata kujudge, maybe hata yako na shida mingi hadi kukuliko.
Yeah, they are, because if you have friends who are male, they actually take you as if you are their sister, and you take them as if you are their brother. So in case you have a problem and you tell them, they'll actually guide you. They'll tell you this is how everything goes, this is how you're supposed to do, and then they take you as their and then they take you as their sister. So in case of anything, they won't hide anything from you. They'll just tell you the bitter truth. So it will be upon you to decide which way to take and which one not to.
Has a man ever opened up on his mental health to you?
Yeah, I once, yeah, it happened some years ago when a man was going through something. You know, mostly it's all about relationships and friendships. So they'd broken up with the girlfriend, and it was just like it wasn't worth it. Like he needs someone who is better and such. Yeah. So I talked to him about it and told him how we as girls take relationships, and how he should not be worried about the same. It gotten to a point whereby he wanted to commit suicide, but I talked to him and that got away from his mind, and right now it's okay.
Do you think it's okay for a man to cry?
Yeah, it is. They are human beings too, just like ladies. They have emotions. We all humans. It's okay for them to cry, because when you cry out, the feelings, the emotions disappear. So it's okay for them to cry. They're not better human beings compared to ladies. We are all humans.
What advice would you give to men who find it hard to voice out what's going on in their mental health?
Okay, just talk about it. No one will judge you. It's not okay for you just to keep quiet, yet you're going through a lot. Just find someone, talk to someone, and if you don't trust them at all, then talk to a stranger. Someone who you'll never see them again, or someone who will just say, I met someone who told me about this and this and this. Not someone who will say, Fulani told me this and this. I think, yeah. they do. As long as women go, people tend to say that women go through a lot. I don't think so. Also, men go through a lot, but we have more organizations those who are empowering ladies, empowering small girls, and we don't see that on side of men. People just assume men are stronger. People assume that men don't go through a lot most of the times. It's only that they just tend to be quiet. They don't speak up compared to most of the ladies. But when you do your research and analyze, you'll find that we are all the same. Also, men are going through something. Actually, most of them have burdens because they're the breadwinners in the family. You are stressed on how the family will eat, how the family will survive, how you'll pay the school fees, how everything will go. Yet the mother is just stressed, what will I cook? And those are some of the problems that have solutions. So yeah, men need organizations that will empower them, organizations that will take care of their mental health, organizations that will encourage them, organizations that will tell them it's okay, it happens. Yeah.